Alright, so I wanted to do a video on this amplifier I got in for repair. It's a Peavey Road Master. And, pardon me, I'm a little out of breath. I started taking it out of the box and then realized, oh, I'm not making a video. So anyway, that's why it looks a little funny. I've been trying to take it out of the box. The thing is a beast. Heavy. It's got 6L6 power tubes. And I used to have an old Fender Super Twin that was like that from the 70s. Let's see if I can pick this up with my left hand and spin it around. I partially got it out of the box, but there. And it's extremely dirty. But I partially got it out of the box. Looks like all the preamp tubes are under this little cage deal here. The transformers are massive, which is usually a good thing, actually. But yeah, so here's the first little segment of me battling to get it out of the box. The Accutronics reverb tank is mounted back in there. It's got a fan in the top. That's the wires for the fan here. I don't know if you can see that. And the wires for the reverb tank. Yeah, I used to have a Super Twin Fender that had 6L6s in it. I sold it quite a long time ago. I didn't really care for the amplifier. It was okay, but it just wasn't my thing. I'm thinking this is going to be somewhat the same kind of situation, but I'll have to get it out and look it over. From checking it out last night, it's got one of the channels that isn't working. It's kind of farty. The other channel seemed okay, but I gotta check it out a little more. All right, till next time. Alright, so I got this amp out of the box. Right away on this power board you can see under there, let me get a pointer. Let's see, what do we got for a pointer? Here it's just black as black on this power board. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a resistor in between the capacitors here that's fried, and over here on this fuse, see if I'm filming the right thing here. Over here on this fuse, looks like it's been shorting this connector to the fuse right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just burned. Come from this side. There, I think I got it. Just burned. Probably needs new caps, I would imagine. I don't know, there's probably another resistor over here. It looks okay, but this one in between these two capacitors here, it's just fried, it's toasty-os. And underneath this, you can tell it's been getting really hot. Hot enough to melt this board. Alright, move your finger. And the diodes in here Can't really tell yet, but looks like they might be a little toasty themselves, but they might be alright. They're not broken. The fuses aren't blown. This one fuse, you can kind of see the wire is it's kind of flunky inside the glass, but it's not blown. Right from first observation, that's the first thing I noticed. I don't know what that resistor is. It has writing on it, but I can't see what it is or anything. Okay, well, I'll just keep moving along when I get a chance. I got to call the customer and tell him what's going on. This might be a bigger job than he thought. Okay, till next time. Alright, before I get too far along here, I wanted to show that I'm taking this board out, this power board, out of this Peavey. And I just numbered the connectors that go on the board. I don't know if you can see that or not. God, I'm a terrible photographer. But anyway, looks fairly simple to pull out actually. It looks like I forgot one connector right there. And I'm just checking stuff out. Sorry for the pause. I'm hoping I can repair this. I don't know how bad it's going to be on the underneath, but we'll find out when we get there. Alright, that'll do it for this little segment, and wait, I'll make another segment when I'm in the right spot to do it. Bye. Alright, I got it out, and I'm going to kind of show myself some wire positions here just a little bit, just to remind me. That up there, those go under the board. These are all above the board. I am a terrible photographer. You got to bear with me. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll get better at it one day. Here's the board. Crispy. And on the back, I don't think it's quite as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Bias adjuster there. So I'll kind of show you the parts I got before I got the parts for it all in this sack here. So I got new diodes to put in, new resistor here, which is a 400 ohm 10 watt, all new caps here, all new caps here, and new resistors. They're down in between the big filter caps You can kind of see them there. Replace all those. It's basically a full board rebuild. It's going to look a lot different. I got, instead of these Unicon, I got F&Ts. I got this resistor. What did I get for that? I got, let me look in the little sack here. Little pouch. Oh, it's an ohmite. Exact same value. Ohmite. So hopefully that'll work okay. I think it will. F&T caps. A bunch of new resistors. I'll grab some extras while I'm ordering, so. UF at 160 volt, lot smaller cap. So the guy's already got 70 bucks in parts. But should be able to fix it, I think. We'll find out, definitely. Alright, that's it for this segment. I think on these videos I'll just do in segments and then mash them all together to make one video. It's probably not the best thing, but all you can do is what you can do, right? Sorry for the little pauses. I get wandering off. My brain gets wandering off when I'm looking at stuff. So under the this board, the preamp board, there's a bunch of IC capacitors. I think I'll have this amp back. He'll probably want those replaced, but he don't want to do it all at the same time. So rebuild the power board, get it working, and then go from there. Alright, thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, so here's another little segment on this board. I got the 4 caps installed and the old one's out, obviously. That one's pretty crispy, toasty. Replaced a couple resistors, 220K there, and if I can film it, there. I'm going to leave these ones because they measure out pretty good, actually. And these ones here measure out pretty good. I'm going to replace these caps here. And yeah, I got to replace these diodes for sure. Which I got a thing of diodes here, so. And on the back here, this one trace right here that goes, well, that big resistor went through it. I don't know what I did with this thing here. It kind of lifted the trace there a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. I just used a little spot of super glue to tack it down, just a little tiny bit. And that's about it for this segment, really. Hasn't been too bad. I haven't found a fuse. Still got this 20 amp. I need to go out and see if I can find a 15 amp fuse. I don't want to have to order a fuse. But anyway, that's it for now. Alright, well, there she is. I forgot my son had this contraption for holding boards. It's a pretty handy unit. After I was halfway done, he was like, "Why don't you use that board holder?" Oh yeah. So there it is. Place the diodes. Resistor, 2 resistors here, all 4 filter caps. These capacitors here. Get a glance of the back of the board. That burn spot's pretty rough, but I think the trace will live through it. I hope. Just have to see how it goes. Got to find a 15 amp fuse. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to do that at. Got to go out and hit the stores, what stores we have around here. See if I can locate one. If not, I'm going to end up having to order a stupid fuse. Dang. My son likes to do older hi-fi equipment, so he uses the board holder now and again. I totally forgot we even had it. Or he had it, actually. It's his. It's not mine. But that'll be the end of this segment. Might be a few days before I can locate a fuse and put the board back in. Test it out. Alright. Thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, so here's going to be another segment on this Peavey Road Master amp. I got to take this controls board out. One of the channels isn't working. Oh, here's the power board all back in. I guess I should show that. I did put some silicone in between the filter caps there. But I checked it all out. It's working good and stuff. The clean channel is working just fine. The lead channel on this amp is not doing so well. It's very distorted and farty. It is switching channels. Right here. Nope. Where is it? It says right here. Channel switching. But yeah, let me tip this up. You can see somebody else has been in here before. Let me get my pointer, or a pointer. You can see the LEDs, if I can get in there. The LEDs are not lined up correctly, and the little ring that they're supposed to have, if I can show that right, the little ring that they're supposed to have is missing, which I don't have any, but I think I can at least get the LEDs lined up. So whoever was in this amp before didn't put it back together very well. And yeah, yeah, like I said, I got to get this controls board out. That way I can clean the pots a little better. And I'm going to change a couple of the opto couplers is what I'm going to do. And go from there, clean everything up, check the solders on the back of the board, make sure they're solid. But yeah, there's the power board, and it's working great. The clean channel on the amp works really nice. Actually sounds pretty good. The lead channel, like I said, is a different story. Got to work on that. And I guess that'll be it for this segment. Quite a job getting that controls panel out of there, but it can be done. I got some new opto couplers to put in. And that's about it for now. I'll have to make a little segment when I got the board out and doing a little soldering on the back, tidying stuff up and stuff. Alrighty, that'll be it. Thanks. Alright, well, here's the controls board and the little LEDs. I kind of straightened them out already. They were all cranked over like that. They do work. You can see them glowing in the when you got the amp powered on. But when I go to install the board back in, I'll have to make sure they're lined up correctly. I can see a couple of cracked solders. I don't know if you can see them in the looking for my pointer. Don't know if you can see them or not, but let's see. Looks like here's one here. I know you can't see what I can see. Looks like there's one there, one here, all three of these. This one. Hope I'm getting this in the camera. Sorry for my photography. I'm not very good at it. Making excuses again. This one. So a lot of these solders just got to be retouched up. And I'll do that. Gives me an opportunity to get in here and clean these pots a little better. And I'm going to change these two opto couplers out. They're for the lead channel. And I don't believe they're working properly. But there it is. All in all, not too bad so far. Wasn't too bad to get out of the box. Mostly just, undoing all these pots from the face panel. And that's about it, really. There isn't no mounting for it, except for the pots. It's hanging by the pots. So all the pressure is definitely on them. And we'll get to soldering it and unsoldering it and touching up some stuff. And this little green guy here, he's not in too good a shape. He got the worst of the bent ordeal inside the box, inside the chassis. He was really screwed over pretty bad, or yanked over, I should say. Alright, well, there's another little segment. Thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. I'll stand closer.
Okay.
So you want to get a close-up view of it. So I'm just trying to show soldering up some of these old solder joints. And just adding some new solder to them. Freshen them up a little bit. Some of these are cracked and some of them aren't not, but it's good to just add a little solder to them and refresh them a little bit. You can see the old flux coming out. So if you have a cracked solder joint, you can't really see, just hit them all, and that way they just get freshened up a bit. It'll last another 20 years hopefully. Like this one here is cracked. You can see it around the edge of the ring. This one under this LED probably isn't in too good a shape. This was the LED that was in really bad wonky shape. Whoever had this board out last, they didn't really care much for what they were doing, I guess. When I put it back in, I'll try to get those all lined up nice and neat. Ought to have my air machine going for doing this, because you don't really want to be breathing the solder, but I didn't turn it on. And I got my youngest son filming, and hopefully he's not breathing this shit. Alright, well that's going to do it for that little segment. You pretty much seen what I was doing. I got to go through all these pots and posts and resolder them all. Probably just a good idea to do that kind of thing. And that'll do it for this segment. Thanks for watching. Bye. Alright. It's been a couple of weeks since I worked on this amp. This is at Peavey Road Master. See it there? From early 80s, I guess. This is another segment. My last video, the Gibson video, I did in segments, and I didn't really like how it turned out, but we'll try it again, I guess. But anyway, I got this preamp board in this amplifier ready to come out. It's been a few weeks since I worked on this amp, actually. The amp has not in possession of the original owner anymore. He done sold it to somebody else, and they want the preamp board done. So let's have a... This is the first time I flipped it over. you're seeing it as I'm seeing it. Lots of caps to change. It's definitely dirty, dirty, dirty. But I think it's salvageable. Pretty filthy. Oh, gained a lot of crud over the years, a lot of dust. Have to check some of these resistors and make sure they're still good. Not seeing any burn spots or anything. Not like on the power board, which is a good thing. The guy who initially owned this had a financial situation, so he sold the amp off mid-repair. I was like, okay, whatever you want. But yeah, we'll have to fix it up. Got a set of brand new tongue sole 12AX7s and 12AT7. Takes 4 of the 12AX and 2 of the 12ATs. See how those go when we get to that point. What else can I show you? Just going to work on the board just like this. I'm not going to undo all the wire stuff over here. No need to, in my opinion. I undid one little zip tie there. Took out the screws and turned her over. Voila. Alright, well, till next time, I got a lot of cleaning and a lot of work to do. So I'll make another segment when I'm pretty much done or in mid-process or something like that. Thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, I wanted to make another little segment on this Peavey amplifier, Road Master, from 1983 that I'm working on. And I can't remember what I filmed in the last segment, but I've replaced these capacitors here and a couple resistors. But the amp, when you play the amp on the lead channel, it's really fuzzy and fizzy and very low volume. And the clean channel works just fine. And what I've found is I found that this resistor, hopefully you can see that in the camera, but this resistor right here, it's 100K, is open on V2. Let's see, let's look at the schematic and see what resistor that is, and because it has a number. Let's see, this is upside down. I'm hoping you can see this in the camera. I'll try to do the best I can. Let's see. So V2 here, it's R19. It's 100K cathode to ground resistor on V2. And the other one is an 820 ohm on the other half of the tube, R18. It's okay, but I'm going to change out that R19 and see if that brings the channel back to life. The channel does work, but like I said, it's sounds really bad. It's fuzzy, it's fizzy. really low volume. And that's the only open resistor I found in the circuit so far, just in these V1 and V2. But I think I'm going to go through and change some of these plate resistors, these 100Ks, and maybe a few others. Thinking about changing these IC caps. These coupling caps here. Hopefully you can see that. I might change a couple of those in that channel to something a little better. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But we're going to go through and change out some of these 100Ks. And I got all brand new tungsten preamp tubes in here, 12AX7. Brand new tungstens, not the old tungstens, the newer ones. I've had good luck with these. The power tubes also, the tungstens. I don't know. I've had good luck with them, and so I keep purchasing them for now. So, but yeah, I'm not going to show in the video how I actually go about changing out the resistor and all that, because it's too much for my video skills, and so I'm just kind of explaining what I do and what I'm doing, and go from there. And so when I get done, I'll make another little segment. Pardon me, my allergies are kicking in. Another little segment, kind of a show and tell of what I did, and we'll see if the amp works. Alright, that's it for this segment, so thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, I decided I would try to show you how I'm going to change that resistor out. Let's see if we can position this a little bit better here. I like to just heat these up a little bit, and you get the little gun out. My bench is terrible. I really don't know if you can see how I'm doing this, but just gotta wait for it to heat up. Well, that little gun has only been on for a minute, so it's not quite up to temp. There we go. So the pads on these Peavey boards are actually pretty good. Let's see if we can pull that out of there. My hands are probably in the way of your viewing. And there it goes, and I dropped it down under that board. Well, that's how it goes. So like I said, the pads on these old Peavey boards are actually pretty good. Get rid of that guy. So let's see. Got me a there we go. Got me a little resistor, brand new guy here.
That's how you package a box.
Yep, that looks good. I'm videoing.
Sorry.
We'll slide that in there. Oh, wrong way. Guess I ought to put it in the right way, right? Nice and neat like that. And I just like to bend the tabs over, or the leads over a little bit. Something like that right there. Hopefully you can see that. Kind of give them a little bend so that they lay over just a little bit, and then you can clip off the excess. Now, if I can find my piece of solder here. There you go. That's all she wrote. Not much to it. Nip off the excess here. And there you are. Replaced. Hopefully you can see that. Right there. That's the only one I'm going to show. I'm going to go through and replace some of these other 100Ks that are plate resistors, and, but I'm not going to show all that. I'm not very good at the videoing, so, but at least I got one showed. Alright, thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, we'll have another segment here. Kind of finished up what I'm going to do in this lead channel here. And hopefully you can see this in the camera without my hands. And I changed out this 100K here, this one here, this one here, and that one in the previous segment. Changed out this capacitor and this capacitor. And this one here is a Mojo Dijon, and this one is a Mallory 150 series. And so I'm just gonna try it out and see what happens. Oh, I did change the value on this first cap here. It's 22 NF. Hope I said that right. So I'll just kind of go like this. I'm not going to permanently mount this. I'm just going to kind of set it in here to give it a test run, and I kind of wanted to capture that on video if I could. We'll just kind of set her down here a little bit. Get her untangled here. We'll see if the channel works at all, or if we get the magic smoking. Gotta love the magic smoking. Not. And I'm not putting these all the way on. I'm just kind of slipping them on just lightly, just enough to get connection a little bit, because I'm not going to run the amp very long. Okay, I think that's it. And got the variac on already. It's up to 120 volts, so I do have it plugged into a limiter, but I'm on bypass right now. Should be okay. Alright, let's turn the amp on. Got power. Let's flip it up like this. Maybe you can see the LEDs here. We still switch channels. This is the channel we're concerned with. And we'll let the tubes warm up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a test run and probably button it up if everything goes okay. Hopefully it don't go Alright, let's turn it on standby and see what we get. Well, we got buzz and noise out of the speaker cabinet. Turn the guitar up a little bit. Guitar's off camera. Well, we got noise. That sounds okay. Before I did any work on the preamp board in the first channel there, lead channel I should say, you'd turn this knob and it would just be and fuzz, fizz, and you could tell that the channel wanted to work, but it just wasn't happening. And it was because of that open 100K cathode resistor. Alright, so this is supposed to be a distorted channel. So I'm turning what's called the pump. I got that maxed out all the way to 10. Let's see, pull bright. Yeah, that works. Pull smooth. Yeah, that works. That works. It's pretty loud. Turn that all the way to 10 and turn the pump down. Ooh. Turn the pump down and turn the pre up. Ooh, that is loud. Bright too. It's not real distorted. A little bit, kind of a AC/DC sound. Probably work good with a overdrive pedal. Oh shit. I'm dropping stuff, pardon me. Yeah, so kind of an AC/DC sound. rather than a Van Halen sound. And I like AC/DC quite a bit, but Eddie Van Halen was my hero. That's all I can say. I am a super Van Halen fan. The early Van Halen. So I was 14 years old when the very first Van Halen album came out. So I was the perfect age for being hooked by it, let's say. And man, I was. I thought Eddie Van Halen was the shit. Alright, well, the channel's working. I think I can button it up. Let's see what the other channel is. Pull select. So this is the clean channel. I don't know where I have these set at. The knobs are off, but not too bad sounding. The lows, yeah, that's working. Mid, it's working. High, pull for thick. Yeah, definitely a change there. Oops. Pardon my screw up. I'm just fiddling around. I'm not trying to do anything perfect here. Yeah. Turn that up. Alright. Another little segment here on the Peavey. I got the fan out of the top of the cabinet here, and just wanted to show how dirty it gets over the years. The little grill sits up here. I'm just doing this with my hand. I'm not doing the stand for the camera. You can see how dirty that is. Take that to the sink and wash it. And here's the fan. It is bad. Hopefully I can wash that up without ruining it. My son did give me another fan to use, but this original one seemed to work just fine. It's just really dirty. The inside of the cabinet here is really dirty. But I also wanted to show the reverb tank. It's got a lot of dirt and crud on it from the fan blowing in, and the inside of the cabinet does too. But let's see if I can do this with one hand. You can see the grommets are just gone, and it's just flopping around in here. Both ends here. So I got to repair that. The tank itself is fine. It's a nice large tank. I'll take it out and have a look at it. I'm sure it's fine. Doesn't look like anybody's been messing with it or anything. It just, the grommets are toast. The cabinet's in really nice shape, good shape. Hasn't been banged around too much or anything. And let's Show the front of it here, if I can. Trying to do this one-handed. Yeah, it's in good shape. It's just dirty and old, and try to make some repairs with it, or on it, I should say. Wash it up. And got the amp sitting there. It's all put back together. Got a 100-year-old banjo here that I'm repairing for a friend. It's a Sears and Roebuck from the 1920s. I don't know why I'm showing that in an amp video, but I got to reskin the head and all kinds of stuff. It needs a major rebuild. It's like a smooth tone or super tone, or I can't remember what the label said. There's supposed to be a label on the inside of the ring here, but it's gone. But I've seen others on the internet that are exactly just like it. It's some kind of something tone. But anyway, back to the amp. So this is a little segment, and after I get it cleaned up and going, I'll put the amp back in the box and should be ready to go. Alright, thanks for watching if you watched. Bye. Alright, I wanted to do another little segment on this Peavey. Got the cabinet cleaned up. I actually turned out pretty nice, really. The top of it was all encrusted with dirt and dust and yuck, and the front of it. And I think it turned out pretty good, actually. Remember how all this was just really cruddy, really bad. But what I did was I took it up to the kitchen sink and hot water, little dish soap, and some simple green, and a bristle brush, and just scrubbed on it really good. And that's not my formula or anything, that's just what I had under the kitchen sink. So turned out pretty good though. If I can show you the back side of it. Got my little vacuum out and vacuumed it really good, and vacuumed out the inside of it really good. Cleaned up the fan. Could use a little bit more cleaning up, but I scrubbed on it pretty good. I think I'll scrub on it some more now that it's dry. I didn't get it really wet or anything. I just used a moist toothbrush and a moist rag, and it still needs some more cleaning. But the cabinet itself turned out really good. And now I just got to get it all back together, and looks pretty good. It's a good thing it's after I got it washed and rinsed off with the little sprayer in the sink. I took it outside, and it's a really hot day out today, so in the western United States, so took it out and let it sit right in the direct sun and in the grass, and let it warm up for a couple hours and dry out, and it worked really good. So hot days are good for some things. And anyway, that'll do it for this segment. Thanks for watching. Bye. Alright, I think this is going to be the last segment on this Peavey amp. Got it all back in the box. Everything seems to be working. I was going to play a tune, but I can't. Let's see. So I'm holding the camera. Let's turn it off. Turn the standby switch to on. The LEDs are all working. There's the clean channel with the yellow LED and the lead channel with the green. That's about the heaviest distortion I could dial up. It's pretty loud. Tapping on the neck. Let's try the other channel. Pull select. Here we go. It's got good reverb. Yeah. Presence works good. So anyway, I think that'll do it. Sorry I can't play a tune. Kind of hard to do while you're holding the camera. And got the box cleaned up real nice and everything. Looks good. Everything works. Everything works. Again, all new filter caps. Everything. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for the Peavey Road Master vintage tube series from 1983. Alright, thanks for watching if you watched. Bye.